Hi, welcome to Abdur Instructor, and I hope you are well. For your ADI Part 3 test, and also as a driving instructor, one of the most important thing you'll have to do is to identify faults, is to spot the faults your learners are doing on their driving. Your job will be to watch and see what they do, and soon as they make a mistake, they make a fault, your job will be to identify and then explain to your learner the fault they've done and how to rectify, how to correct that fault. The reason behind, what is the risk behind that problem they've just done, and how to correct it. You, as a driving instructor, it is your job, it is your responsibility to spot the fault, identify the fault, and correct it. Explain it to your learner and correct it. So let's watch a clip just as an example to see if you recognize the fault in that clip. So I'm going to show you a clip now. I want you to watch the clip and see if you could recognize the fault the learner's done. If you could recognize, if you could identify the fault. Okay, so let's watch the clip. Now let's use this clip as an example and see if you could identify the faults. Imagine you are teaching a learner and you said, take the next road on the right. Now you've seen the clip now. Have you seen the fault? Did you identify the fault the learner's done in the video? If you have, let's talk about it. If not, I want you to go back and watch the clip again and see if you identify before you watch the remaining video where we explain the fault. So go back and watch the clip again just in case you haven't recognized the fault, okay? Okay, so you've seen the clip. Let's talk about it, okay? You said to your learner to take the next road on the right. You, as a driving instructor, what is your job? Your job is to sit and watch and see what they do. What do they do? You said next on the right. You should see, did they recognize what the road is? And then, did they look at the mirrors? Did they put the signal on? What about the position? What about the speed? If you're teaching in a manual car, did they go down to the gears? Did they slow down? Are they coasting? What about their feet? Is the clutch down as they're making the turn? Before they go into the new road, making the turn, did they go into their side of the road or did they cut the corner? So these are the things you should be watching when you are telling your learner to go next road on the right. When you give them an instruction to go next on the right, you should be looking at them and see mirror, mirror, signal, position, speed, and look. Remember the MSPSL routine? Did they do all of that? Did they tick the boxes? So let's talk about the clip. On the clip, you said next on the right, everything was okay. They looked at the mirrors, they put the signal on, position was great. But as they entered the new road, what did they do? They cut the corner. Should they be cutting the corner? How should they make the turn and go into the road? They need to go in to their side of the road, right? But what did they do? They cut the corner and went into the new road. What if there was a car coming? The risk is you have to explain to your learner that cutting the corner, what is the problem? If you cut the corner, what is the problem? What is the risk? You have to explain to your learner. Because the risk is, what if there's somebody coming from the other side? They'll cause them problem. They'll have to slow down. They'll have to stop for them. And that is not their side of the road. Their side is the left side they need to enter. They cut the corner and that's the problem. So now it is your job to explain to your learner the fault they've done, the mistake they've done. What is the mistake? What is the reason? What is the reason behind? What is the risk of doing that? And then you'll tell your learner that on the next turning on the right, I'll be watching and see if you do it right. And hopefully on the next opportunity, you will ask them to take the next road on the right, and then you'll see. Hopefully they're going to do it right. If not, maybe you'll ask them to stop somewhere safe on the left and explain to them a little bit more in details so that they fully understand why they shouldn't do it and how to do it, and then do a few more and hopefully they're going to do it right. So you as a driving instructor, your job will be to identify faults, to spot the faults, and then explain to them and correct your learners. Especially in your ADI Part 3 test, the examiner will be watching. Do you identify the faults and do you correct your learners? Do you help them to correct? So this is one of the example we are talking about in this video. Hopefully in the future, we're going to come with more identify faults. So hopefully this video helps. In the future, we're going to come with more videos giving you clips in similar and to see if you could identify the faults in the videos, and then we will talk about those faults. We will talk about those problems in the video. I hope the video helps. If it does, please do give a thumbs up. Please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.